Okay, peeps, I'm going to show you now how to graffitiize your word. That's not really a word, graffitiize, but we're going to use it anyway. As you can see, I have kind of a little template. It's from the worksheet I made, so I'm just going to use that because why not? So the first thing we do is we do our grid, okay? And I'm going to try to do it a little nicer than this is because this one I didn't spend the time on that I should have. So here we go. So you just make your grid. Okay, and then you separate it into however long your word is, whatever your word is, remembering that letters have personalities and they all have different ways of being. So I'm just going to separate it into the little boxes so that we can make sure that we stay consistent-ish. Okay, more or less. I didn't measure. You might want to measure. Okay, so I've got my box. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw my letters in. Okay, and remember that we just start with, you know, and I'm leaving a little room so I have room to block it. So I might not go from top to bottom. I might just do this. Okay. And I have my little template I can go by too, so I can kind of see how that looks. Okay, everything fits. The P is too small. It's bugging me, so I'm going to redo that. Okay. All right. Bueno. Okay, so now I'm going to start the box letters or the, the block letters. Hold on. All righty then. Okay, so let's begin. So around this, I'm going to do my block. Okay, remember that we start with doing a serif everywhere where you need to do one. Okay. That's good enough. Okay, boop, boop. Remember, serifs help us do our block letters. Okay, and so let's begin. I don't like that serif at all. I'm going to erase it. Okay, it actually goes kind of like that. And that goes there. Okay, so remember, we just connect the serifs, right, around the letter. Okay, there's the other one. Okay, and then I connect it here. Whoop, I need to put another serif there and another serif there. Okay, and then this one goes down to there. That one goes down to there. This one goes here. This one goes there. Just connect the serifs, and then you get your block letter, right? Yeah. A. Oh, that one's kind of creepy. Let me try to make that one better. Boop. Okay. And as you can see, you know, even somebody like me, like I, actually is the correct, you know, I still have to pay attention, okay, to make my block letters really nice and make sure that they're all the way I kind of want them to look. Okay, connect the serif. When you do the round thing, you just connect the top serif and the bottom serif. And the same here. I'm going to do a little serif here, a little serif here, a little serif there. Okay, boop. And again, you want consistency. That's what we're looking for in our block letters. So we always start our graffiti art with a block letter, okay? And just connect the serifs. So, you know, my E's are not quite the same size. Well, I forgot to do that thing. That's why. But more or less, I'm going to be looking now to make sure that, like, for instance, this side here needs to be a little longer, etc. So I'm going to definitely change that. Hold on. Okay, so now at this point, I'm going to check and see, are they more or less evenly spaced? This one probably could go a little closer to this, but you know, that's kind of where I'm going to start. Okay, so I got my block letters. I'm good. Leave that aside for now. And this should be done in very light pencil. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my P and I'm going to mess around with it. I'm going to distort it. I'm going to try to come up. Now, this is the hard part. This is the part where you have to creatively mess around with your letters until you get letters that you really like. Okay, so you can see I kind of have a template of letters that I like, but let's do that a little bit. So here was one P. It's kind of a little bit of a bubble. All right, kind of a bubbly letter. This one is more bubbly. I'm not quite sure that you can really tell it's a P, but that's okay. I'm going to mess around with it a little bit and see if I can make it look more P-ish. Okay, so I might go like that. I might do a little thing there. Okay, so now I kind of like that one better. Okay, now I can kind of do like one with more serifs. I don't like that part. Hold on. And this is really normal when you're doing the graffiti art, when you're trying to. So here I'm just doing a bunch of stuff. It's not bad. So this is normal for a person to figure out. Okay. I try to always avoid, if you notice, a lot of my lines are always on a diagonal, especially the bottom. You want to move away from block letters. You see how they're all horizontal and vertical? You want to move away from that. You want to put as much diagonal as you can in your art, in your graffiti art. And the reason is a diagonal line makes the viewer look like that. So when you're viewing a diagonal line, you're actually following the line back naturally, and that gives you movement in your art. You'll notice a lot of artists avoid this line, the horizontal. It's just bleh. You just stop and you look at it. It doesn't make your eye travel, okay? This doesn't make your eye travel either. So your vertical lines and your horizontal lines don't make the viewer's eye travel, and so therefore the artwork is just sits there, just stands there, not making it. It's not a happy thing. It doesn't make the eye move. But when you use diagonal lines, a viewer's eyes move, and therefore it gives the sense that your art is more dynamic, or it has more movement to it. So our friend the diagonal, we like our friend the diagonal. Yes, happy face. Okay, so there's some diagonal lines. Even when I'm doing squares, I'm always kind of doing stuff like this to the square. Like I'm not going to just go but I might go like that. Okay? And the more I put on that, the more the eye moves and the happier it gets. If I put too much of that, it's going to look like an R. But, you know, even if I was going to put something like that on it, which I kind of like, but now I don't like this side. So you see how I'm messing around? I'm just messing with my letters. So you definitely want to make sure that you're using a pencil, because otherwise erasing all this is just a pain. Okay. Ooh, I'm liking that P actually a lot more than I did before. I'm not happy with this part, but we'll get there. Anyway, so you're getting the idea. You want to move a lot. And then there's this guy. It's kind of a, eh, let's see. I did that last time and I remember I didn't like it. Okay. All right. And if you notice, things are kind of moving around. So I have different kinds. I have like the more like jaggedy kind, which is really kind of fun to make. All right. And then I have like a little bit of, as you can see, I have these, whatchamacallits, I have more bubblies. I like bubble letters. Okay. So the next stage is I'm deciding on kind of this one, of a combo of these two. Okay, these two I kind of like, and that's what I'm going to go with. So I just take one letter and I graffitiize it, and then that letter informs all my other letters. I use the same techniques, the same style throughout the whole word. Otherwise, you have just a bunch of letters that don't make sense. Alrighty, so let's move on. Now, if you notice, I have my block letters and I have the P kind of I've decided on. So now I'm going to, and I kind of faded the others. So I'm going to take my block letters and now I'm going to, turn them into, oh, let me try another layer here. There we go. Oop, okay. Now I'm going to turn them into my graffiti. Okay, I have my grid, so I know that I can kind of stay in the grid. And again, if you notice, I'm just kind of going. All right. Also, you want your graffiti letters to be chunky. Okay, you don't want them to be, just all. Okay, and then I'm going to do something really cool with the E, I think. All right, I'm just, this is kind of how this is going. And I like them to touch each other, right? They don't need to overlap, but they definitely should. Oh, I don't like that. They definitely should touch each other. They should be close together. All right. They can overlap too, up to you. And, I'm keeping my grid because my grid super helps me, keep it the same size. If you notice, I'm actually kind of going up. So that's a good thing to notice. You don't want to start getting smaller or bigger in your graffiti art. And I noticed now that I made my A too big, but you're getting the idea. I'm just working it. Okay. Let me see. You have to be careful. Sometimes C's start ending up looking like E's, but I think this one is working. I think my my P is too fat, but we'll put it on a diet in a minute. So right now I'm just kind of with a pencil. Okay, so pretend this is a pencil. Now I already have an E, so I'm going to follow the E here. Hold on. I think I'm getting dinner, so I better stop this while the dogs bark. I'll be right back. Okay, so I kind of cleaned it up a bit. What I was looking for is making sure it's consistent. They're all about the same fatness. They're all about the same distance from each other. And at this point, I can also add little fun things to it to give it a sense of, just whimsy. Okay. Okay, so and now I have kind of my again, and it's in pencil. Okay, so now the next stage is I'm going to 3D it. Okay, and I'm going to have a whole different video for how to make something 1-point perspective, but I'm just going to show you really quickly on this one. So hold on. Okay, so when you're doing your 3D, remember you start with your horizon line. All right, and then you put your vanishing point, aka dot, wherever you want it. I'm just putting it in the middle, but you don't have to. Okay, and then of course you bring the lines from the dot to the corners, like I said. Now if you're not quite sure where a corner is, it's usually where it meets it. Okay, so you see that. You also can see that the E is kind of overlapping that, and I'm gonna see if I need to do one there, which I think I kind of do. Now remember, I don't do this one because it's overlapping the word itself, the letter itself. We don't need that one. Okay. And because I have this great program, I don't have to worry about getting my lines straight. But if I was doing this by hand, which I often do, I would definitely be using a ruler, okay? Because look I can't draw a straight line. It always cracks me up when people say, I'm a really bad artist. I can't even draw a straight line. I'm like, neither can I. I'm a good artist. Okay, so as you can see, all the diagonals go into that one dot, okay? And that is your 1-point perspective. If this was a road, it would be looking like it was going down the road, okay? So everywhere where there's a corner, okay, or an implied corner, you put you go towards the vanishing point. Okay, so now that I have that, that's great. So I'm going to go back to my my layer here and work on that. And I'm going to close up. I'm going to use these guidelines. All right. So what I do is I copy this line between this and this. I copy it exactly. All parallel lines are exactly the same. I look at this line and I'm going to copy that. Okay. I look at this line here. It goes down like that. Look, there's a little one there. And then I see this here. So I'm going to do that corner. Okay. That corner shows. All right. Now I'm going to copy this line. The top of the A. As you can see, this top. I didn't do that very well. Hold on. Let me do that again. Okay. So I'm going to copy from here to here. I'm going to copy this top of the A. Okay. Nice. Now I'm going to copy the top of the C. And of course, if it was somewhere else, I'd do something else. Okay. That one's a little, not loving that one. I'm going to get rid of that one. Because you want the thickness of this 3D to be the same as well. Everything consistent, people. Consistency is great. Okay, and then this goes here, that goes there like that. Okay, so now I have that. Now, if I'm wanting to do decorations in it, like for instance, if I'm doing bars, bars are super easy because all I have to do is just go like that, just follow all these to a vanishing point. Okay, I'm going to do that and cut this a little bit. Okay, so I put them all to a vanishing point, okay? And then if you're doing bars, all you do is you just do some thick, some thin lines. So for instance, I might follow this one here, make this one thick. And I follow the, I just follow the thing, okay? Oops, I didn't follow it there, so it's going to look bad. Cool news about perspective is if it looks wrong, it is wrong, okay? We naturally see perspective, so it's just something that we organically do, all humans. So if it's wrong, it will be wrong, okay? So as you can see, I'm doing bars here just for my decoration. And I'm going to show you all these little cool techniques, you know, separately. But this is something that will look good on your graffiti art. Oop, I'm going to put an extra one there, an extra one there. I'm going to put one there because I don't like how that looks. That's too thick. Okay. So you see how cool this is looking? Yeah. And you thought you couldn't do this, but of course you can. Okay. And you're looking for contrast, okay? You're looking for it to look pretty cool, to have some nice color contrast and all that good stuff. All right, I think I got most of it. I think you see a little bit of this stuff here. All right, and I'm just going to add. That's too thick, but I'll just thicken this one now. All right, and you kind of want to do random when you're doing bars for your graffiti art. You want to do it somewhat randomly, okay? Okay, so the thing I chose was bars, okay? And as you can see, it looks pretty cool. Now, you know, of course I'm going to look for contrast, okay? Because contrast rocks, okay? So if I was, go away. If I was going to do this in markers, this might be something I would do because this looks pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, I like it. And then I might, now for the background part, I'm definitely want to go somewhat darker. Okay. Let me put that in there, go over there. Oh yeah, I like that color. So as you can see, I'm just going to fill that in as well. Excuse me. Okay, not the cleanest version, but not bad. I might do a little here and there. I might just do a little of these just to give it some shine. Just to add a little bit of loveliness to this. Boop. I like that one. All right. Oh, one more there. And maybe one there. Okay, so that is this kind of is bugging me, but never mind. I'm not going to get all panicky about it. That is kind of how you do graffiti art, okay? You saw it from top to bottom, and that will be that's the system. The one thing I forgot, which is like the most important thing is, and I'm going to tell you this now, it should have been at the very beginning, and then I thought about it inside, and I was like, is that you have to figure out how you're placing this on your paper, okay? You want to definitely make sure it's in the center and that it looks all great and, you know, it's the way you want it to look. And okay, I don't like that. But you definitely want to place it so it's not in some weird place, okay, that it's where you want it to be. So the first thing is always placement on the surface. Like, how's it going to look, okay? And then, you know, later you can do a really cool background. I'm going to kind of go with this theme, but maybe make it lighter. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Let's see if this works. Oh, I don't like that at all. So maybe, let's see if this works. I don't know. Let's see if it goes lighter here. If we can do lighter. So as you can see, I'm kind of, ooh, I don't mind that one as much. All right, you can see kind of how you can do a background on it as well. All right, you can do some really cool things with it. For instance, I might do another background around it. So I might go something like this. Just to make it cool looking. Oh, I don't like that part. That's going to erase the whole damn thing. Damn it. All right. You're going to see a little bit of method to my madness in a minute. And maybe some bubbles. Because when you're doing graffiti art, you're not just doing, let's see if I can fill this again. No, it's not going to let me do that. When you're doing graffiti art, you're not just doing the letters itself, you're doing the whole piece. And so you really want to think about your background. You want to think the background's purpose is really to accentuate, to make you really pay attention to the piece itself. You don't want to okay, you don't want to take a lot of attention away from it. You want definitely the attention to be on the piece. I kind of like that. So then I could even fill this another color, right? And have even more things going on. I'm not sure I like that color, but I can, maybe this color. I'm trying to think. See, I'm kind of messing around here. Let's see if orange works. Ooh, I just totally took away from that. That's a no. So I think I might go dark green around there. Let's see. I don't want to do too many colors, okay? The more colors you do, then the less really, it just doesn't look as good. You want to keep your color schemes pretty simple. But, you know, while I'm saying that, I'm not doing that. So listen to me at your own risk. Okay, and then I'm going to put some white in there, you know, for the bubbles. Because now I'm really getting into it. All right. Yeah, I'm going to put a little there, here, a little bit there, a bit there. Actually, I'm going to put it in all of it so it looks like a big fat bubble. And I'm going really fast, okay? So please don't do your art as quickly as I am. It won't look good, okay? Mine could be, there's a lot of improvement I could do on this. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know. Can I erase that thing? I hate that thing. So voila, that would be a kind of a finished piece. All right. There's still one thing I'm going to do. Hold on. Well, I just did that too. And now I'm a little happier with it. I think. I'm not sure. But there's something you can do there too. I can take it out too. I like it in. So I outlined again. And then filled that. Okay? So there it is. No, it's not quite over. Hold on. Okay, I'm happier. Okay. So thanks, and I hope that kind of got you organized. All right. Bye.